Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Into the Breach, where today we are putting this incredibly powerful squad through its paces on an island that is just filled with acid. I'm hoping the acid is really going to be a huge help to us, because things have not been going quite as smoothly as I would like, even on this slightly lower difficulty. Right, we want to do that instead of this one. Yeah, I think the acid's going to help us clean things up. I have heard of your triumphs against the Vec Commander. We hope you and the Cataclysm can aid us in our fight as well. I forgot that was the name of our squad. So... Teleport facility where we must destroy some acid vats. Breach the containment vats and just, dunk Vec in the acid. Seems like a winner. Stop the Vec from spawning 3 times. I mean, that's a thing we endeavor to do every mission anyway. So yeah, let's try it. I do not like the number of scorpions that we are up against here. Okay, not super excited about that either, frankly. Okay, well. The first and most obvious thing to me seems to be to just... Right? That's a big win. Do I just throw you? Because I could flip you instead. I don't know that it much matters. I guess we could do both. Just kill it. You're attacking first. So if I run down here, throw you for 2 damage, you are now doing lethal to this thing. And then I just fly you down here and hit this thing because it's available to be hit. Yeah. And there's one spawn block. I do not remember this enemy. Ah, now I remember this enemy. What an annoying enemy. So that egg will hatch into a spiderling. It will not do any damage right now, as things currently stand. That is for sure a frustrating place for that to be. Alright, so you'll die spawn blocking. I want to kill this thing. I suppose I could. I could kill this thing and then have the pitcher mech pitch this guy. Yeah, I kind of like that. You know what? And we'll just prevent the spawn. That's totally fine. We're doing a good job of just body blocking a lot of the mechs, or a lot of the Vec into this position. Okay, annoying. But the enemies continue to line up. So actually, I think we can just let that spiderling spawn. I think that's fine. Right? That feels pretty good. Alright, fairly clean. So we definitely want to get the 2 kills on the not maxed out pilots. Who would have thought? Dealing 3 damage to, or dealing 2 damage to 3 enemies at a time turns out to be pretty good. May as well finish off a mountain. I need to check how we're doing on that goal, because I feel like we've been killing a fair number of mountains per mission. I unsuccessfully protected the pod. Jeez, we're only at 11. Nightmare. Kill 4 enemies that are inflicted with acid. This is... I really do not like this setup with the buildings, like, pressed into the mountains. It's a dangerous place. This is probably going to be a little bit easier. I do kind of hate these things. Okay. This could be a lot worse. So... what is the most fun way to do this? I mean, obviously I want to destroy an acid vat, right? Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. It's important that we make sure that the order of operations there is correct. Oh, actually, I guess it wouldn't matter, because this thing's going to get, Oh, no, okay. The push damage didn't cause the tile to break. I was actually expecting it to. Okay. So we can just step out of the way of this, that's fine. Yeah, I guess the pitcher mech can, like, run over here and just finish this thing off. And then you want to... okay. Excellent work. So if we just step out of the way, he won't even move. You kind of can't do anything this turn. I do need to destroy this acid vat. This'll break the mountain, right? Yeah, because it pushes the vat into the mountain. You can just do some damage there and then block a spawn here. Okay, that seems pretty alright. Okay, is there a move? No, there's not really a move that's better than this. Like, I do need to deal with this guy. That's pretty fun. I like that very much. All right, 13. Yeah, it is very cool to just hurl an enemy into a giant hole. End the battle with less than 4 mech damage, protect the coal plant, destroy the acid storm controller. Our atmosphere filtering unit has gone haywire due to Vec interference. Part of me does want to try to do this. I'm a little concerned about the high difficulty. Defend the power plants. I mean, we're not going to be able to kill mountains on that one very easily. Here we might get to. Here we probably will get to. You know what? Let's try it. Let's get gutsy. Alright, so that thing has 3 HP. And also it's covered with acid. Your deal is all of their Vec deal plus 1 damage, which sucks a lot. I hate it. So we try to put our units in places where the spider's web attack thing is not actually good to do. But there's not really, you know what? There's only so much that we can manage. I guess that's pretty good. If I do this, we're going to get web attacked here, though. Yeah, I guess it doesn't... There's not really a good way to be safe. Alright. So everybody's coated with acid. That's what the acid storm controller does. I see. Makes sense. So I don't actually want to mess with this too early. Like, it's doing good work right now. Alright, if I run you all the way down here, you can just smoke both of these dudes, which rules. If I... Yeah, it's better to free the throw mech. Because the throw mech can come down here and toss this guy for lethal. I don't think I do want you to move. Oh, I do hope this thing's not technically a building. I wasn't really thinking about that, but I do definitely want my my artillery unit to be able to destroy it, so... Alright, we can just throw you in the ocean. Dodge this thing. Okay. Do I want to deal 4 damage to this thing, turn it around, and block a spawn more than I want to hit that thing? I think so. Oh wait, actually, yeah, sorry. It's coated in acid. It will in fact just die. That makes that even better. It's gonna be funny every single time. I love that very much. Actually, sorry. I should get the kill from right here, because we can just have no enemies on the final turn. I think that's probably the move to make. Well, would I rather allow a spawn? I guess I would rather allow one spawn, because we can try to get a kill with Aisha that way. I do still need XP. Ah, I see. I leveled up and gained Finisher, which I guess is pretty funny. Maybe not the best pilot ever, but you know what I like about them is their consistency. It's a lot of mobility, at least. 15. We're getting there. So what do we want now? Do we want to do scrap heap? The venting center gives an extra... has a couple of VIP units, and it does give a reactor. But also, it sucks, and I hate it in terms of mountains. We're going to have to do a 4th island. There's just no way around it. I'm going to do the venting fields, I think. Alright, that is a little ugly. So the acid tank, I believe it doesn't do any damage with its shot, but it does both inflict acid and push, I think. How do I want to do this? Okay. If I move you to here, so we want to start by throwing this thing away. Oh wait, it's going to do its backwards move even if it doesn't swing correctly. Is it worth... Yeah, it is worth resetting for that, I think. I think it's going to make a big difference, actually. So I'm going to toss you to here. Actually, that's better for a couple of reasons. Alright. So we're going to... I guess acid this thing? Oh, right, a point of push damage. That's fine. And then you come down here and... yeah, I guess just hit this. Now, I don't want to do too much spawn blocking, because we do actually have to get the acid kills. Well, that's an annoying thing to do. And no, this attack does not inflict acid. Well... like, I'm definitely going to do that. There's no way I can bend this so that we also hit a mountain. So that's one acid kill. We're also going to acid kill this thing this turn. Actually, let me spend the acid on this enemy, because I'm going to throw this one on top of one of the spawn points. So we'll get a free acid from that, and then you can just pop this dude. I do so hate the arachnoid. Arachnoid? Is that what it's called? I don't remember. Spider. Just spider. They went way less ridiculous with it than that. What is the order of attacks here? Ugh. Inconvenient is the answer to that question. Well, that feels like a winner. there's that, and you are absolutely in the ocean. Super fun every time. Alright, we got this enemy sort of trapped against the back wall. Not to be mercenary, but we actually super do not care about that acid tank. Oh, I could have shot that if I had not hit the mountain. The bounce would have. Yeah, that's a smallish error. I don't think it changes anything at all. No. Alright, you know what? There's your spite acid. Okay, +1 move per Vec killed in battle is like, you already had plus move on you, so it's not amazing. Yeah, okay, so all I have to do is not allow any buildings to take damage here, and we're in really good shape, actually. Okay. So how much damage do you do with your charge? Lethal. Yeah, so this throw is pretty good. And then I don't really know. Like, I definitely want you to get that kill, so I don't want to move this guy. I could just go shoot at some mountains, I guess. Oh, I suppose I can stand here and I can do this. This doesn't interfere with anything. It's just a bunch of good damage, and it does harm a mountain as well. Yeah, okay. I feel pretty alright about that. Go ahead and put you here. So remember, this thing will not die if it dashes into water. Leaders have the massive trait. We are definitely going to just step out of the way, though. So I guess I'm going to reverse it. I don't really want it to... We don't need it to run all the way over there. I can keep it right here and block a spawn and stuff. And then, like... You're already not going to take this damage. I'm just going to throw you in a big fire. The pitcher mech is extremely, extremely satisfying to use. Maybe one of my favorites. Well, that's a fun way for them to do that. I can't really do too much here. I guess I can make you block a spawn. Alright, awful lot of damage on our mechs. No two ways about that, really. Alright, believe it or not, I think we managed it. Sorry, actually, I want to move you, like, all the way back to here. Yeah, because I wanted to keep the mountain alive through that. We can't do 2 damage to the existing mountains, so we're just good. Team is feeling pretty powerful, I'll say that. Okay, we got a number of really annoying achievements there, actually, I believe. Some of them are going to pop after this. Is it 2 reactors and 3 grid power, or 3 reactors? It's probably 3 reactors. What am I talking about? Alright, so who wants cool stuff? You could gain another +1 damage. To be perfectly honest with you, it still feels to me like this mech is doing good work. I think what I might do is bonus health here and the plus damage on this one. Sorry, I already did that. Let's go ahead and leave the island. Okay, there we go. There's our other achievements. So, we are at 19 of 20 mountains. We could just wrap it up here. I might be able to pull off Untouchable, though. We don't have to be in a big hurry to get this. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to do Untouchable with this squad. Because, like, they're pretty powerful now. And also, it's going to be harder to do it on Unfair. You've shown up in the nick of time. The Feck are overrunning our island archive. The old Earth relics here still have some fight in them, and they could help us. We don't have to be so concerned about defending buildings now. We can take a hit here and there. Alright, we've got engineers working on 2 old Earth tanks in this region. They should be up and running shortly after you arrive. After. Wait, sorry. You should go, like, here. Okay. So defending these tanks would be cool. Okay, wow. Well... yeah, we're definitely taking some building damage, huh? Yeah, okay, this has to happen. That's pretty important. We also have to... so we have to throw this one. And then I think I have to just tank this hit. I should have moved Aisha back to there. That's an error on my part. I can still just tank it here, but obviously, like, our movement's a little bit less optimal. So yeah, 2 damage and acid, but that's the only way we avoid... yeah, alright. And then hopefully the tanks will be operable soon. Really? They're still not. Huh. So I can just kill you. Alright, yeah, this has to be resolved with a throw. Gotta get you, like, way out of there. And yeah, you may as well block. That's very funny to me. Okay, cool. Tanks are online. So this is, yeah, heal for 1. Obviously, we're not going to allow that. Okay, their attack is just a push, but it's absolutely good enough. Wonderful. Lovely. Beautiful stuff. You can get this kill, allowing you to just sink the tile that the spawn is on. Yeah, I can't quite block it. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, we'll body block whatever the creature is. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I wouldn't quite be able to block the spawn with the prime mech, so we're gonna let it happen like this. Oh, can't body block that thing, it burrows. What we can do is just drive away from it. So these these burrowers here, they perform an attack on the 3 tiles in front of them. They can go wherever they want. You can't really block them. And if you hit them, they burrow back underground. We can just ignore them in this case. And this is an okay time, I think, to take our final mountain. Cool. A minor inconvenience, get it? I don't think I can throw you. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess I'm good then. Alright, those tanks turned on at a very opportune time. We could probably do the exhibits archive, right? Block Vec from spawning 3 times does... Oh, right, I forgot I was trying to do untouchable. I totally spaced on that. Well, now that it's not doable anymore, I guess we may as well pull this. Use repair platforms, kill few enemies. I do not like the kill few enemies missions. Alright, let's try to knock this out. I don't want to kill few enemies. I want to kill every enemies. I probably shouldn't have placed him there. It's going to encourage this thing to go into one of these 2 spaces, which is an annoying place for it to be. Okay, that's better, obviously. Turning this thing around doesn't actually help, which is funny. I guess, yeah, like, do this. That's pretty great. And then you can just... Do I just drop this dude under, or do I go block a spawn? No, I probably just... Yeah, probably just drop him. And then, obviously, do not move into the airstrike. Hooray! That went very well. These things are obnoxious because they cannot be pitched. Take a block. Take advantage of our building immunity. Alright, should be easy enough to get this spot blocked again. That's right, Alexis. You tell that Vec that definitely doesn't speak English and also can't hear you because it's underground. Alright, this is a little... It's a little challenging. So I cannot actually afford to block a spawn right now. But I can do this. This is pretty good. We can let that building take one hit. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm not thinking. There's not going to be a spawn to block on the next turn. The next turn is the last turn. They will not be trying to spawn anymore. Well, I just decided I didn't want a star there. I mean, I elected not to take the star over losing power, which is not like... It's not the worst thing. So... we can just dodge these two. Yeah, that's messy, but it works. I'm a tiny bit on fire. The airstrikes did not help us at all that time. Uncharacteristic. That should have been a really easy one. I'm a little embarrassed, honestly. Destroy the dam, protect the coal plant, blow up all these eggs. You know? We could probably do this. So destroying the dam will cause the tiles in front of the dam to flood, as you might expect. Oof, this is really ugly. Okay, I'm going to place these two next to each other in the hopes of drawing one of the burrowers. Love if they would just attack like here. We do not have to destroy this pod. We got our chronophobia already, so we are allowed to loot a pod. Alright, cool. Excellent. Considerably less excellent. So I have to deal with you. The right way to deal with you is probably to just break the dam, because I think that'll drown you. We actually can't prevent the damage here, right? Like this attack, and this attack. Of the 3 attacks available, only of the 4 attacks on buildings, only 3 of them can be prevented. Yup. Well, that's really bad for us. And they're all 3 damage, so it kind of doesn't... Well, this one has to go, but of the others, it doesn't actually matter which ones we stop. This one I am inclined to let go because it kills an egg sac. Yeah, so I have to do this one with this guy. Because this attack cannot be reversed. Okay, that's something. Yeah, sadly, we did not have much of a choice there. Obviously, we're in kind of a rough position because of the fact that we have not equipped any new items. We have a lot less versatility than you want to have at this point. So let's see. If I just throw you in the ocean, it's pretty okay. Yeah. Let's just throw you in the ocean. You can come up here and just turn this one around. I'm a little worried. It's not going the smoothest. That's pretty solid. And then we prevent this one. And yeah, what? Oh, that's right. That doesn't even prevent that attack. Shoot. Hold on. Reset the turn. You have to get thrown in the water. You can be safely reversed. And then there's just far too many of these things. We can't actually stop all of them from happening. But if we allow this one to happen, at least the egg sac dies. Okay, I think we've gotten very lucky. That's like our third resist. All right, there we go. That was a little ugly. 100% success is maybe not 100% correct. It's fine. And yay, we got a time pod. It has a weapon in it. Shield target and push adjacent tiles away. Yo, that's extremely good. I am super happy to have that. Do we want to install the reactor? Yeah. We'll do that for right now. And I really, really, really don't want to do the train mission, but I think this is worse. The train's always such a nightmare. At least they're only starting us with 3 actual enemies on the table. Hoping to bait this thing away from the train. So I'm trying to give it a couple of nice attractive targets right here. Okay, another pod. That's pretty cool. All right, good. So, I think I might intentionally take the burn here. Because it'll get on the moth as well that way. I do need to be really careful about carving a hole in front of the train, which would be very bad. I can just pick up and hurl the moth. But I feel like I'm better off... Well, wait. Oh, actually, I should hurl the moth, because otherwise it's not going to get hit by this attack, right? I need to move it to here. I can't do that, though. Alright, I'm going to throw it all the way to here. Where it will take 4 damage and catch fire. And you are still going to tank this shot, because otherwise buildings are tanking. Okay. There's a lot of pretty fantastic outcomes there, actually. This is not ideal. Being on fire and covered in acid is bad. Well, is what it is. So we got to push this thing back so that when it attacks, it pushes itself past the tracks. Yep, and I just tank this hit, which is fine. I guess you can move out of the fire. Wait, why did I think that was a... What am I doing? It's not really... Like, I was thinking about the train. I was not thinking about the 2 points of buildings. Yeah, bad. Okay. It is remarkable how terrible this is. Huh. There simply isn't a way to win this. Yeah. I mean, we can take 1 damage. No, we can't. Yeah, we just lose. Well, I mean, we can save all the buildings, but we can't save the train. Yeah, okay. We can save all the buildings, but we cannot save the train. And we do have to save all the buildings, so it's not actually optional. What? That's not... Why would that be the button that I pushed? Why would I do such a thing? I'll tell you why. Incompetence. That's interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. If a tile's cracked, it's not on fire. Or maybe it's just because it destroyed the it destroys the forest. And you can kill something, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Alright, whatever. I'm telling you, train missions. Now, we do have to actually win the game, let's remember, in order to get the win the game on hard bonus. Wow. Morgan Lejeune. Mech gains boosted on kill. Interesting. Also, your skill is that you're skilled? Is that a thing you can do? Alright, hold on. What does that mean? Wow. That seems too powerful. You're the move and adrenaline. Yeah, you know what? I think this is like straight up an upgrade. Okay. So... Right? I think so. Okay. Let's try to give it... Let's try to give these things something to attack that isn't... I can't... If I lay this down here, this thing will definitely attack from there. I guess that's probably true no matter what. Like, there's no way I can actually manipulate this thing, I don't think. The board's just not well shaped for it. Alright, so we have here the Starfish Leader, who graciously chose not to attack anything of value. Okay, I think that's pretty productive as a start. I wonder, if he fires an attack that kills multiple enemies, does he gain boosted from the first kill and have the bonus damage applied to the second kill? Alright, so this thing is actually just dead. Is this where I want to be? Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, right. I forgot about it getting pushed. It just seems like an enemy that shouldn't be able to be pushed, right? Well, that's fine. So if I fly up to here, just kill you, and then drop you in front of this guy. Alright, leader's down, but we are going to have 4 enemies up on this turn, and that's pretty ugly. Okay, they're playing pretty nice at least. Okay. Was quite close to leveling, so has already finished. You really just don't get to participate, huh? Well. Oh, that's right. You only do 3 damage, not 4, by base. Well... yeah, I guess this. And you can just shield a building. Huzzah! I did do that. I did do that to myself. Well, too late to do anything about it now. Okay. Reversing your position isn't going to save anything. Yeah, wow, we actually just can't affect you in any meaningful way. Well, that is bad. Hot take, that's not very good for me. How about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to... Okay, no, I have an idea. So move you to here, move you to here. And then we... Wait, why did I think this was going to help? Hold on. Reset turn. You have 3 health left, and everything that's going to hit you will kill you. So this mech has to get saved. And this enemy has to be pushed south or killed. But that combination of things is not possible. I guess we can just let Alexis die? Yeah, I think I have to. I don't love that, but I think it's the only thing that works. Because if I shield this building to push this guy to here, then I can shove him down with the triptych mech. Yeah. Okay, and then you just unfortunately do not get to live. Well, you can die as you lived, spitefully. And here I thought playing the game a difficulty lower was going to make it easier. We did accept a lot of power level limitations. Fortunately, we do have a pilot. So we're missing 6 power, and I really feel like we should just buy 6 power. Are any of these like really awesome? You know, the quickfire artillery is not bad. That's very fun. The teleporter lets you swap. So like we could sell the shield placer, buy 6 grid power, and then one of these weapons to replace it. I'm actually just going to take this with our other point. And then, you know, I know we just hit the hour, but let's just clean this up, shall we? Let's just go ahead and end this. With the Vec driven off the islands, you have a chance to wipe them out at their source. We do have to actually win the game, which is why I did that, in order to get the medal that we're after here. And we got lots of other medals too. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if this failed. The Scorpion leader, right? I don't want my mechs to be in a cross formation. Unfortunately, we don't get to see where the power pylons are at the beginning of the during spawn here, so we don't get to manipulate the enemies quite as much as I would like. Okay, those came down in positions that aren't too terrible for us, I think. Alright. So you're already dead. You're just going to charge into the lava. Something's got to be done about this guy. This is actually really awkward. And of course, they laid down the pylons in such a way that the drill mech cannot shield any of them. Right now, this guy's just gonna die. So I'm disinclined to disturb. But there are 2 other enemies that do legitimately have to get dealt with. Alright. That's excellent, right? And then we come over here and just push you. And then sadly, this isn't actually going to do anything. So I think I have to shield myself. I could shield the bug. I really don't want to shield the bug. Yeah, so we'll push him into the path of this. And that's a little bit less clean, but I think it'll be fine. So that ends up pushing this guy into the lava, which does not kill him because massive, but it will set him on fire. Also, you know, there's still damage happening. Okay, a lot of this stuff is pretty insignificant. The fact that this artillery mech can hit stuff that is adjacent to it is actually really nice. Am I allowed to shield a mountain? Yes. Okay, well, I feel like I should do that. You don't see a lot of call for the old mountain shield. I feel like you probably shouldn't move anywhere. Okay, charging through fire does not start a fire. That is a shame. Okay, so you're dead to fire damage at the beginning of the turn. How do I prevent as much damage as possible here? It's a real shame these enemies are acting in the order they are, because I'd really love for this guy to be useful. I guess he can be. Oh, except I can't get over there. Ah, if only I had any points of boost already. Yeah, with the pitcher mech not able to get to anywhere useful, this is pretty grim. So you and you all have to get dealt with. I guess. These two are the most important. This guy's going to do 2 damage, and we can just handle it. We may as well just kill him straight up. And then, I guess, probably not move. I hate to acknowledge the degree to which this is true, but gosh, our grid resists are fully responsible for us still being in this game. Okay, so obviously this needs to happen. It doesn't solve everything. Maybe I'm better off doing this. Goes without saying, the enemy who could kill another enemy gets shuffled around to the end of the turn order. So this guy's already dead. That leaves us with 4 enemies who are actually doing damage to buildings. We can prevent the damage from this one with shielding, provided that we can take our penultimate action. Like if I stand here, reverse this guy, or just murder him, that's fine. Well, hold on though. Movement's going to be an issue. Yeah. Okay. All right, I think I see it. So we're gonna have to step here. I can't target the mountain with the shield thing. Well, that's inconvenient. All right, this is still fine. We can just target this enemy since we're not planning to kill him anyway. There we go. And then I guess you can move here or whatever. You step to there and shoot this guy. And you throw this dude into the lava ocean. There we go. It turns out being shielded is of some consequence. And we're going down to the second phase of the fight with full power and 20% grid defense, which feels pretty good. I'm still a little nervous because this whole thing has been so challenging. I don't love Alpha Hornet in a situation where everything that we care about only has 2 health. I guess the Renfield bomb has like 4, right? Alright, Morgan's a little bit edgy. Alright, pretty happy about a lot of this, actually. Yeah, 4. Okay. How do we best take advantage of this? Alright, I'm going to push you into a rock fall. I can just run over here and block this. Oh, interesting. Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say, it's weird that this doesn't count as an opening turn for our opening turn ability, but that's right. It doesn't, because the reason that's not happening is because I lost that ability. That pilot is dead. Okay. So we get some decent rock fall in here. Two enemies down, 1 enemy blocked. Feeling pretty good about that. And this guy sure as hell ain't spawning now. Alright, so let's come down here and shield. Oh, right. Sorry, that requires... I didn't get the range upgrade. Well, that's fine. There's a bunch of different ways we can handle this. I was planning to use you as a spawn blocker, but, you know, things can't always work out, I suppose. Alright, that thing's at half HP. It is really nice to have mechs able to do 3 damage. Which one are you? Scion Tyrant. All player units take 1 damage at the end of every turn. Well, that's not ideal. It's fine though, I think. Yeah, it's not such a big problem. So alright, we can do this because our bonus move will allow us to step out of it. Yeah, we definitely just kill you. And let's see how much your ass knows about flying. That push was extremely clutch. Every single part of that was great. Now, unfortunately, on this turn, we have a really huge number of enemies. Okay, actually, that's fine. Yeah, that's pretty all right. So am I allowed to just shield you again? Okay, I totally am. So that saves that pylon. I guess that attack's not even that good. It's cool that it pushes an enemy into this thing, but yeah, I don't know if I see the point, actually. We can just let the Renfield bomb take the hit. Poorly thought through, but acceptable. Yeah, alright. I am excited to watch this guy run headfirst into the lava. Hooray! Okay, we managed. And obviously we're going to send Chen to the next timeline. Because if we can just get her to one more final battle, we're going to get the medal for using one pilot a bunch. Morgan's ability seems cool. We'll probably try to swap up our pilots a little bit more just to try out more of the new abilities after we get this medal. That number could be better. Also, just a tremendous amount of luck. Really a tremendous amount of luck involved in actually winning there. Okay, so we ended up with a ton of coins. Yeah. Yep, okay, 14. So it turns out we can buy all of the other new squads. No, sorry, there's 5 of them. We can buy 3 of them, though. You know, the Mist Eaters sound weird, Weird is a lot of fun. The remains of defeated Vac can be used to power smaller but no less deadly mechs. Remote explosives and flexible weapons. I had to say, the silhouette of the middle mech there is very enticing. Let's try the Mist Eaters, though. I think that sounds very strange. So, we have this thruster mech. Smoke and deal damage to a tile while dashing away, also dealing 1 damage to self. Weird. Smog mech. Damage and apply fire to a tile while adding smoke to adjacent tiles. I would love for more smoke to be a little bit more descriptive. And a passive that makes mechs repair and remove smoke when standing in smoke. The timing of this is not clear, though. Does that happen immediately when you move in, or does that happen like as a thing during the end of turn step, meaning that you're not doing anything for a turn because you're in smoke? I guess we'll find out. And the control mech lets us move the Vec around. That seems awfully good. Heal 12 over the course of a single island seems pretty doable. Move enemies with control shot 120 spaces in 1 game. So it looks like it starts as 2 points of movement and can get up to 4. That still feels like a lot. And this is do 4 damage with the reverse thrusters. Well, it's not clear to me how you would do that. Whatever, we'll find out. So, that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. That did not go as smoothly as I was hoping, considering the difficulty we were playing on, but pretty overjoyed to be back to being able to pick up weapons and do a good job at mission objectives. So when you come back next time tomorrow, we're just gonna smoke them all out, and we'll see you then.